Hello everyone, my name is Rage. Turn on your electrifier, engage the horror machine, and start the goo tank. That nobody knows what it does, but it bubbles ominously, so it really gives it a certain air of ambiance to the laboratory. With me, and welcome to the Isaac Synergy Lab! Drink it party! Yeah! That's actually going to make it really irritating to operate on this floor in the general sense now, but this is fine, because today our synergy is going to be, let's say, high, super ridiculously high, like higher than high. I actually can't think of a word that means higher than high, so like there's high and then very high. No, that still has high in it. What's a word that's higher than high? Aerial? No, because that's just in the air. It's not specifically a high thing. I am so very upset right now that this is occurring. Either way, we've got a very... What's higher than high? Oh my god, my life right now. What is higher than high? Alright, let's get Dansky. Okay, before we do any forgetting, yes, indeed, and then we'll also grab the black candle. Yes, we will, and I think we'll grab the mind if you guys don't care about that. Talk about subverting expectations. I love this, by the way. This right here is one of my favorite ways to open the synergy. I call it the brain nubs, because it's like he's got the brain and then there's just two little tiny horns poking through the brain flesh, being like, hello, here we are, look, can you see us? Like little tiny worms unburrowing. Maybe it's just me. The one on the left is called Frank and the one on the right is called Frink. The one called Frink definitely does resent his parents for calling them that. I will admit, as far as that goes. Alright, not a lot else we need to do in here. So we're starting with a little bit of low-key action, which is kind of nice, and what we're going to do is head to over here and grab ourselves rubber cement, because we are going to do one hell of a bounce-based synergy, and yes, we do need ourselves the whoosh worm. So I think without further ado, we will grab Eye in the back of the head, and then just kind of leave it. I think this is pretty damn nice. If I recall... No, I don't recall, apparently. I have absolutely no recollection and no idea what's occurring. But that's fine! Let's head on and be all happy. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Alright, we'll grab the lucky foot and then we'll fire slightly more often. See, that's mechanics for you. Sometimes I feel like it's like I'm not a real evil genius in a synergy lab, and I'm just like wasting my time. Cause like, do you guys even care? Can you love an evil genius? Can you learn to like one? Because, you know, he's an evil, and, you know, that tends to put people off, you know, like if an evil genius was ever to make like a dating profile in an online website, could he ever truly get away from it? Cause, I mean, under pastimes, could you really write inventing doomsday machines without raising some eyebrows? I mean, you could try and find psychotic love. That would be a really good Disney movie! A lovable, but, you know, he's evil genius. And I don't mean Megamind before we go on there, okay? I mean, he is actually evil. He does do, you know, some fucked up shit. You know, he removes your arms and legs and puts your legs where your arms were and your hands where your legs were. And he says that you've got two pair of lands and a pair of... heat, but, you know, for the most part, while he does do this, like, Jesus, man, stuff, he does have a good heart internally, you know. He's just a little bit psychopathic, and, you know, that happens to everyone every now and then. You go through certain bouts of death. Okay, so we will pop into the item room here. Yes, we will. And it's time to grab ourselves 2020, good old 2020, and we are also going to acquire, if I can find it, where Where are you? Tell me where you are. I really need to learn around the lab. You know, it's new. We've just bought it recently. We'll get ourselves some binky and a screw and a torn photo. So now we're going to be firing fairly quickly. Yes, look at this all going on. Is very nice. And then we will go find ourselves the shop. Yes, indeed. I believe it might be something, but already you can kind of see where this is going. Look at that. Like, back and forth. That's got to be... I was about to say that's gotta be painful, and then he turned around and he just looked so sad and crying. What a wimp that kid is. I mean, he's only been repeatedly battered in the head by some tears. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Come on now. Okay, so I will also grab the parasite while we are here. Why the hell not? So this is gonna go a little bit mental, definitely. Gonna start to really kick it up when you have a low bounce area like this. Look at that. I can almost kind of get like that cartoon, like when it happens, like somebody who gets the like head paddled back and forth, you know, kind of a Tom and Jerry-esque thing going on here. But no, we are of course nowhere near done when it comes to making this synergy happen. So we'll keep on bouncing through the rooms, though it does very much look awesome already. Like, you got to admit, you are liking this orange explosion of high-speed chaos, which definitely does need to be a movie. Maybe not the title, but like the phrase on the poster that gives you a little bit of info onto how this is going to go down. So we'll grab ourselves Speedball and have a look in here. Ooh, oh my god. Ooh, that's pretty good. Not that we're going to get any of them, but that was a pretty good devil deal. Like, holy hell, if this was a normal run, yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so now we are going to acquire God's Flesh. Yes, indeed. For the occasional, I said for the occasional, for the occasional, the occasional God's Flesh shot that's... I'm getting a little bit unlucky there. You know, I'm just saying, that's wow, that's kind of very unlucky. That's okay, that's fine. You know, I don't need some God's Flesh shot anyway. You know, God's Flesh shot's for losers. You know, it's not like a core part of the synergy or anything like that. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. You're just so crazy. So what we'll do, because you know it's gonna happen, this floor we will grab our extra shots. Yes, indeed. There they go. So what else is going to be added to this? Aren't you super curious? Well, don't you worry. Don't you worry. First and foremost, we have to go destroy a foul fiend. This foul fiend has been haunting villages from here to far, but not the medium distance in between. Oh, we are having the God's Flesh shot. For some reason, it's just not doing the little blue aura around the tears. So that is definitely interesting. But this foul fiend has been haunting villages near and far. They hear him howl in the night with his distinct little laugh, and then before you know it, he's upon you, dragging you back to his lair, cackling all the way. The name of this fiend is Gurdy Jr. That's actually kind of terrifying. The idea of a Gurdy Jr. breaking into a house and, like, throwing you across his back and then just blood sliding his way along the floor to his lair where he's going to make you part of him. That is actually quite horrific. Maybe that is the life cycle of the Gurdies. They kill the other dwellers of the basement and they, like, break them down into raw flesh and then, like, slap and stitch them on, and then they grow up as their body quite literally consumes the flesh of their enemies until, oh my god, that's it, isn't it? That is how it happens. Oh my word. Whatever are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to grab ourselves the star of the show. Well, the second star. Bouncing Tears is the main star, but we are going to get our Puppa-la-Duppa-Lex on. And whenever there is a circle one, that means that God's Flesh hath happened. Yes, indeed. I mean, we're on Catacombs 2 here, so we're not far off doing the things. We'll grab a little bit more luck, yes indeed, so that keeps happening more consistently, because you know, we're allowed to take a couple items more than once. And then also on this floor, I think what we'll do is grab the cricket's body. Yes, look at that. It's starting to really get somewhere, isn't it? It's starting to be quite visually delicious. I mean, look at this. The ridiculous bouncing going on. What is even still alive? There you are, little blue puff of smoke. Well, now you are dead, murdered, foul fiends. And I have to say, and I'm going to say this every time because it seriously means the world to me. You guys, your support on this series is just incredible. The fact that we've actually reached the ridiculously mythical, magical, oh my god, goal of, look at that, by the way. Is that not ridiculous? Just a swamp of this orange color there, destroying everything and blitzing it down. Oh man, and we're actually approaching the core of the synergy, especially now we've got the blades, but we're not quite there. We are definitely not quite there. We have a little bit more to go, and I kind of need some health because I'm actually worried about dying. But yeah, the fact that we've reached the mythical 1,000 like goal, I mean, it wasn't even a goal, you know, you guys just apparently liked it that much, and oh, it seriously warms my heart. It really does. Maybe it warms my heart too much because after the one last week came up, I had a look at it before I went to bed, and I was like, oh my god, there's so many lovely comments, and I really likes it. I'm so happy. And in my happiness, I decided the best thing to do would be to go upstairs to bed, because as I looked at it just before I went to bed, and Daddy was there sleeping peacefully, and I was like, oh god, but I'm just so happy, I'm just so excited, but I shouldn't, but I'm just so happy and excited, but I shouldn't. And basically what I decided to do was gently, air quotes, shake her awake, like, Daddy, Daddy, and obviously she thought something horrible was happening, and I'm just like, Daddy, oh my god, Daddy, look how many people like Synergy Lab. And she was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And I was like, but it's so good. And she's like, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you for this in the morning. And I was like, but I just, oh. Alrighty, so let's add to this. We are going to get Mum's contact. Now we have a little bit of red into the mix. Yes, we do. We are going to get Mum's eyeshadows. Now I've got a little bit of purple and red into the mix. We are going to get the Fear Shot, and oh, what's this? Oh, where's this color splash coming from? Oh, isn't this a fancy looking synergy here? Ooh, I say, it is. And then we are going to, I'm gonna grab Pyromaniac just to have Pyromaniac, and then we're gonna grab some of these health ups just for the survival factor of them more than anything else. Because, you know, it'd be really embarrassing to die. Look at Isaac now, he's so happy. I always knew that I was a female bomb person inside, and you didn't believe me, Mother. No, you didn't. Alright, so we'll go with this for a while and start this beautiful colorness. Like, look at this already. Is this not getting very, very nice? And then we are going to add the final little bit. And I say final, there's still a lot more. So, honestly, I don't know why I just lied to you about the final. Now we've got a little bit of green in there as well. Ooh, would you look at that? Ooh, is it tasty? Yes, it's tasty. You know you would lick these tears if you could. I think it's actually completely the wrong way. There we go. Looking good. But we do have a few little pièces de résistance to the seed, but already you can see the ridiculous, quick, bouncing color splash of doom that is occurring here. No, I got taken. Oh, god damn it. That's one thing I didn't want to occur. I'm actually going to bomb skip so I don't have to deal with that room, which is probably a little bit lame in a Synergy Lab, but don't you judge me. Don't you judge me. God, look at it. It's so beautiful. Oh, this took hours of research, as they all tend to do. I feel bad for that key. I just kind of teased it. I'm going to pick you up. Psych. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Alright, on we go then. Let's complete the synergy. Sounds like a part of a game show, doesn't it? Alright, contestants, it's time to complete the synergy. And to do that, we need a few key items that are ironically not in the base room at all. Now, I've tried it with Evil Eye and various things, and as usual, if I'm missing an item that you're like, what about this item with this? It is because I have tried everything, and this is, in my opinion, the best way to make it so. So, let's go to the item room. There should be a way out of here somewhere, right? Should be a way out of this room. Oh yeah, I guess we can go left and then down and then left a little bit more. That should make it happen, right? Yeah, that seems good. Yep, good. All right. So you see our stats are actually not that crazily high right now, which is fair enough, because while we've got a lot of speed and all of that, what the hell is still alive in here, and how has it managed that? Okay, I think we're good. So we're going to go in here and hopefully not end up back in the starting room. Yay! And I do like in this situation, God, just look at all the colors. And the thing is, you can't take something like Scorpio or Blood Clot because it overrides the colors too much. The mum items are perfect for this because they just add the occasional splash of color every now and then, and it's just beautiful. So how are we going to finish this then? Well, what we are going to do is grab ourselves soy milk, which initially kind of ruins it a little bit, because as you can see, but then, we add ourselves Libra. Yes, we do. And now we've got a much bigger set of blades. Look at that. And then we grab ourselves all the tears and shot speed items and anything that gives us range as well, because we very much want that. And now we're in a situation where most of these stats are straight up maxed, which is obviously pretty tasty, because honestly, how often do you see a stat sheet here where nearly all of the 6 have got maximum black lines? Because you get maximum damage and tears and all of that fairly often, but not all of the others, and I think it's kind of cool to do something with that. Granted, they're not completely maxed, but damn it, I have tried my best. So here we go then, everyone. Here we go. So we fire for a little bit and then leave it, and then look at this. It just keeps going and going, but I have not quite finished. No, I have not, because we need to get ourselves the range of all of the mum items. Yes, we do. Now we're a little bit higher. Yep, look at that. So here we go. We fire it loads, and then this color, beautiful storm bounces around the room like mental, and it's just so nice, isn't it? It's so quick. The shot speed is magnificent. And in a big room like this, it goes round in like a formation. It bounces for so long, and it is just great. We just need to keep pumping our shot speed and range, and it is just this beautiful, colorful wave of bladed destruction surging round the room. And it's not as flashy as the black hole, you know, it's not as immediately powerful as the one that we started with. I've forgotten the item that we were doing that with. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. But it has this certain air of just, look at it. And just wait until we get into a smaller room. Look at that. I mean, it's just a rave in tier form, isn't it? An absolute rave in tier form. Look at it go. It is just mental. We're actually kind of a little bit behind time on the bus rush. Yes, the bus rush, you know, the ancient gladiatorial combat between a person and buses. Who will win in bus versus man? Who will win? Just look at it. Just keep firing around everywhere. It's just mental. Have you ever seen shot speed like this? Like, it's impossible to keep track of any single tier. And because of the different shape of rooms, you end up with these lovely different shapes forming. Oh, look at that. Getting caught in the corner. And then the round 2 from Cricket's body. It's just glorious. So, let us kill Mother, I imagine is instantly. Yep, there we go. Have a quick look in the Devil Deal for curiosity's sake. And really, I've tried everything to try and give this a little bit of an extra color boost, but anything else really overpowers it too much. This is the best way to get maximum color rainbowage when it comes to this. I actually don't really know what to... I guess we'll get Mysterious Liquid. Oh no! Although actually, I don't think I tried this one, because this looks amazing as well. Holy hell. Like, that is really not bad. We'll annihilate the boss rush, and then I will redo it real quick and go back to the other one. But I'm actually really happy that happened. I initially skipped Mysterious Liquid because I didn't want any pools of, like, the acid on the floor. Because I was like, you know, it's not going to look good. I want to keep this clean and almost pure tears, just ridiculous tears. But this multiple, colorful, glowing loveliness, I actually really like this. I am glad we got to see it. There's something very cool about it, but to me, it's just not quite as good as the colorful blades of doom going everywhere. But I think we can safely say that this is passing the boss rush test quite well, because it's so much shot speed and range that we are just immediately getting through everything. And while we did take damage, we're not having to move at all. So this has got to get like a 9 out of 10 on the boss rush test. So yes, I will be back in but a moment. Although admittedly, that is very cool. And I completely understand if some of you guys are like, I prefer that, because it's definitely growing on me. God damn, that's just incredible, actually. I don't know whether to leave it like this. Oh, both of them have got such appeal, and it's just two slight different ways for them to occur. Huh. I think the other one is better because it's easier to follow what's happening, whereas this just looks like a massive glowing color, which definitely has its own appeal going on. But yes, in but a moment, everyone. Alright everyone, I am back with the full synergy, and I just want to show you this, because on a room with invincible enemies, because that makes Parasite happen, look how ridiculous this looks when I just keep letting it. Everything slowly boils down into the tiny little balls, and it just keeps going, and the color everywhere. I mean, look at that! There's such sort of particle madness in the air. Oh, it's just incredible, it really is. So we'll blast through these flaws, and I'll be back in just a moment. Come on, no, okay, I guess I can't stab you. But one thing I do want to show you, actually, before we go, before I see you in the future, I'm going to fire one set of tears. Boom! Look how long these stay around for. And that's from one fire. And then each of the different little coloured splashes when the tears settle on the floor. Ah, it's so good. Ain't that right, Forsaken? Yeah, you know what up. Alrighty, everyone. So with that, Mother doth go smush as we head down a little bit further. We've seen the boss rush test, and that's all good. So let's have a look at our normal levels of testing then. So in terms of the visual, I think we can safely say, I think, honestly, 10 out of 10. I really, like, just look at it, like, the attack fleet of blades going past me it's just amazing. It's just amazing. In terms of power, it's pretty much instantly killing anything, so I'd give that a 9, so 10 and 9. In terms of acquiring, I mean, to get the lesser version of it, where you don't take the shot speed and the range to such extremes, I mean, it's more doable, I think, than the others. I'd give it a 4 out of 10. It's definitely not common for all of the pieces, but you could have a version of this reasonably happen, right? So 4 out of 10, and my general feeling is just, it's gotta be 8, because it's beautiful to look at. It's so beautiful, it keeps making me say the same words over and over again, and probably annoying you all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay. So, yeah, I am liking it. And what I am going to do is, based on a few of your feedbacks, we are going to add a new category to the laboratory. Yes, we are. And that category is going to be survivability. Because like God, just look at it. It's so beautiful. Because the, like, nuclear black hole synergy did keep pulling enemies into us, and that is kind of deadly. What the hell's happening over there? That's interesting. So in terms of survivability, I think this one's got to get like a 9 out of 10, because how would you ever take damage here? It just instantly murders everything, and even enemies that are immune or can go underground or something like that. it's not going to let them hurt you, is it? You're just not going to have it happen. Now, we can't take lost contact, so against Hush, we might still take a little bit of damage. It entirely depends just how hard this really does kill him, but I have a feeling that we might be about to absolutely, unbelievably melt him, and that's kind of exciting. It really is. It's really bugging me that I can't remember what the first Synergy Lab was. Oh, my memory is so terrible. It really is. Oh God, what was it? The ultimate mum's knife. That's the one. I remember now. Oh God, we got there in the end. We got there in the freaking end. Okay, let's go see if Hush would like to play. You know, you got to arrange a nice little play date for Hush and I guess everyone else, because everybody plays with Hush. You would all become part of the Hush. Firemind doesn't work. Lost contact, as I said. We don't want the randomness of the rainbow cake and all of that law. Although this was a pretty good Hush floor. If this was a normal run, like, damn. Okay, let's see how quickly it murders him, because they've got to get to him, because putting homing on, which is something you've probably thought about, does ruin it, because it ruins the strict, straight, ridiculously fast lines that these tiers are taking. So I actually think it's quite a lot worse with homing on. But look at this. See, the thing is with this is because he has enough health for Parasite to actually spawn its extra tiers, what goes on is because that's increasing our tier count by loads, it's actually deleting a lot of them that we already have in the air. So against an enemy like Hush that can actually take damage, this gets kind of counted a lot. So that's a very interesting finding. But just look at the waves of them going past as they intersect and cross. It's like a beautiful ballet in the sky. And granted, let's be real here, it's still murdering Hush at what I would call an acceptably good rate. But I'm kind of happy with figured out this tier limit really nicely. I hope in Afterbirth Plus it gets raised. I know eventually if we make too many tiers happen, you know, the game's just gonna crash, and that's why it exists, but still, I'd like to be able to push it real good and see what kind of insanity we can get to with no limits enforced upon us. No limits whatsoever. So let's continue on despite the stormy weather. I don't actually know if the stormy weather, I mean, it could be, could not be. Who knows? What do I look like? A weatherman? I ain't no weatherman. You know, it seems to me, that reminds me, oh my God. When I was younger, I used to think that weathermen were superheroes and I hated them. Let me give some context to this one. So, I used to think that because they predicted the weather, they actually had the ability to control weather, and everybody knew this, and no one really cared. And I used to hate them for this, because I thought, you have the... God, goodbye, Isaac. That was quite ridiculous. You have the power to control the weather, and you're just using it to tell people what it's gonna be in an office somewhere? You could be a superhero, man! My child self was so infuriated by the fact that how could they waste this opportunity to be a superhero? They can make the weather whatever they want, and instead they're just making it random things like the occasional rain, shower, sun. They're not even making it nice weather. Those bastards! Why do we let them be superheroes? And I was so passionate about it as well. Also, Blue Baby just got absolutely annihilated there. That was beautiful. What I do like about this is it's a really good just walk synergy. Like, we can clear rooms by not actually stopping our movement. Like, we just walk in, and then we walk out, and everything is really good. Now, you can make the argument not to include God's flesh, but I like that the occasional circle is in with the blades, and I love the little blue glow it gives. Let's murder some more rooms. Yeah, we are pretty much instantly killing anything that isn't the Hush here, so I think the... destructive capability is certainly there, but yes, weathermen are just superheroes that are squandering their powers, those bastards. Thinking back about it, I was allowed to believe some really weird stuff when I was a kid, and no one corrected me. And I guess obviously the why is because it's hilarious, and I would totally let that happen too, but still, oh god. I never even had this corrected. I didn't. I only realized because I got older and then, you know, realized. But holy hell. Okay, let's finish this off before I go on another angry Weatherman rant and see how this... Sorry, I just got hit by the Steam sale. All right, pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I've already owned all that. Oh, but that's like 40% off. I might play it later. All right, fine. I'll just buy it. Oh, I regret buying it. Okay, cool. Now that we've done that, let's see how this handles. I'm going to stay in the center of the pentagram, firing downwards, and we shall see if it is enough. Hello. Yep, he got instantly annihilated. Oh my god, they are dying so quickly. You are not the Mega Satan. I am. I have been summoned into this circle with blood as the offering to immediately eviscerate you and all that you hold dear. I wonder if what's already in the air is going to be enough to kill him. Yes, it is. Oh, that is wonderful. And boom. There she blows. That was great. Like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next Synergy Lab. Goodbye.